Midnight Ramen is a minimally edited, live recorded podcast that takes place at midnight. Although Michael may not be consuming food, it's time to get your bowls out. It's chow time.
What you say to me, all I know is that I've got to be free from the things you do. It will all come back to you. Break stride, I'm sailing me. Free falling, just my enemy. Free from the things you say. It will all come back someday.
Man, I feel freaking uncomfortable. I don't know what it is. I am so uncomfortable right now. I don't know why. Like, I'm on I gotta get rid of this goddamn chair. Or change it out. I don't know what about it. Something doesn't feel right. I honestly don't know. I was like, I want to wear this sweatshirt, but now I feel I don't know, something about it feels off. I don't even know what the hell's going on. I want to wear socks because the socks felt good, but no, they don't. And I want to take them off, but it feels bad taking them off. Now I'm taking them off. Socks are off. I don't know what's going on right now. You are listening to Midnight Ramen with me, Michael. I am incredibly uncomfortable. I don't know why. You can go to twitch.tv/MeltAlertOriginal, where not only you can watch this happen live, you can interact in the chat, change how the show goes, watch this happen live, etc., etc., etc. Etc. Yeah, watch the after show. You can also, once this is gone, go to YouTube, watch it there. Go to Spotify, watch it there. There's also stuff on Spotify. I'm incredibly uncomfortable. Yeah, that's me. Incredibly uncomfortable. Yeah. Oh, man. I think that's it. On Spotify, you can watch when I used to do this as a radio show, which is all clean. That's all done. That's on there too. YouTube, I gotta do more stuff, but also at the same time, I don't know. Man, I kind of want to make videos too, but it's like, gosh, time and opportunity and stuff like that. I don't know. I'm taking this shirt. God damn it. I thought I would feel comfortable in it, but I feel uncomfortable. Honestly, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's that. But this feels like I'm sitting on a rock. I don't know. It's got to be the chair. It's got to be the chair, the placement of this. I don't know. Something needs to change, and I can't figure it out. Although I do want to get a new chair. I think I'll probably do that today. Not because, it's not broken. It's not broken, but it's like, it needs to, I need something different. I have, stuff on, padding and stuff like that over it. The seat is chewed to fuck. To all hell. It looks bad. I've had it since, was it 2019, 2018? No, because we had it in the apartment. It would have been 2020 maybe? I don't know. But it's showing its age. And it's kind of crapping out. So I kind of want to get rid of it. I don't know if I have to dump it or something like that. I'll figure out something for this, but it served its purpose. It needs to go. I need to get a new one. Or this could be like a guest chair or something like that. I don't know. It's not a bad chair. It's just like, I don't know. But other than that, during the week, what's been going on this week? Not I got addicted to Warframe again. That's great. So there's that. I don't know if that was on my list, my bingo list for this year. Getting back into it, but I don't know what it was. And now I'm playing it a lot, and I farmed my ass off to get the what was it? What? I felt my I worked my butt off to get Rhino Prime and Nyx Prime because they're getting vaulted literally today. I'm just like, I did the last part that I was hung up on was getting the Rhino Prime blueprint, which is a rare drop. I got every other part just like super duper easy. I think I got like, there's one, I think the Rhino Neuroptics or something like that. One of the Nyx parts was like the rare, and then there was a Rhino one that I was trying to go for. But then I chopped, I'm like, oh shit, I might as well just get this one because it's the hard one to get. And I got it, and there's that. But I think the reason I want to get them too is because I want to start doing like Steel Path stuff, which is like basically hard mode. And yeah, I tried going into it the other day, and I'm like Master Rank 21, which is pretty far into it. You'd think I would probably have it done, but God, I did not do it. I have not. It's modding. That's the entire thing. It's modding it correctly so my gear is appropriate for what it is, and it works with the loadouts and stuff like that. It's really hard to get it right and perfect and get the procs right and the play style correct to make it work. And there's also all this other crap to make it work right. I don't know. So yeah. Slowly but surely, I will start getting into Steel Path stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really want to talk a whole ton about that because like a lot of that's like incredibly off-putting, and the lore of it is just like very, I don't want to say it's rough, but it's a lot in a lot of big terms and a lot of proper nouns and names. So it's like, yeah, I don't really want to have to do a lore drop of all that. It's really nuts. Warring factions, corporates, genetic mutations. You're traveling through the it's like 40k Warhammer 40k, but not. It's weird. In a way, yeah, it is. But you're the savior for some reason. Oh, fuck it, no, man. Ugh. Yeah. Yesterday, me and my girlfriend went to a restaurant for dinner. And then after we got back, just zonked out. Cold. And I'm just like sleeping in her bed, just like. I don't even know if I was snoring. I was just like dead. And get home. I was having a little bit of trouble getting to sleep. But once I was sleeping, and it was like, I got home at like 10:50. I woke up from like sleeping there at like 10:19, 10:30. I'm just like, okay. It's like, we were like, yeah, you know what? We should probably go to bed proper. And so I did. I think I fell asleep around like 11:45, maybe 12. I don't know. But during the night or in the morning, like 2 a.m. or something like that, there was a huge loud storm, and I slept through the entire thing. I think I was in a dream within a dream at that point, because I was like out cold, and I was having one of those dreams where it was like, no, like I think I was dreaming within my dream. It was nuts. It's very complex, and I don't even. I feel like it's like one of those dreams I probably should have written down, but I didn't. There was a storm, so we both slept through it. Apparently, I had no idea. It was like shaking the house too, which was like, I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know what they're talking about. Anyways, it was weird. And yeah, just really anything not going on. Oh yeah, there's stuff going on, but it's like work stuff. But I also don't really want to talk about work. I gotta. Yeah. Feels like there's something tickling my throat, but I can't get it, and I don't know how to get to it. Or it might be the way that I'm talking. I don't know. I just feel very uncomfortable tonight. Like everything just does not feel right. Something. Oh my god! What the fuck? I just feel very uncomfortable right now. I don't want to sit like this for the duration of the podcast, but like hell, I will, because it feels somewhat. And then I look at the thing and god damn it! It's definitely it feels like the chair. So, in the position of the chair, I feel like that's it. That just doesn't feel right. That's not it either. I'm just gonna feel uncomfortable. Gotta make the best of a bad situation. Yeah, best of the bad situation. I just don't like the way them. Somehow it's not right. Maybe. Hold on. I'm planning. Maybe pillow on there. That. Okay. Chair was lower. Maybe this. Feel right. Okay. It's kind of felt like I was trying to get to sleep yesterday. It took me a little bit, but once I started sleeping, I was out cold. It was a bit. I didn't wake up until like when Bacon woke me up. It was like at 4:30 in the morning. He wanted food. It's like, dude, can you not do this right now? I'm trying to sleep. Yeah, and I fed him and I cleaned the poop box, I think. I don't know, at 4 in the morning. I don't know why I did it. But I was just like, well, okay. Anyway. Yeah, it's like a tickle. Not like sick, but it's just like a weird tickle. And then my shoulder hurts. Old manning it. I kind of feel like I want to just go straight into the magic stuff, because like, shit, dog, I don't know. But, I could probably talk about like, just like childhood stories, I guess. You know what? Why don't we do that tonight? Why don't we do that? So, I think the first time that I was like away from home, I never really went to camp I really only went to camp once. Like officially go to camp, only once. And it was when I was me and a couple friends, Went to, we were part of, actually one of them I don't think was part of 4-H, but he was brought with because he was a friend. One of them, one of the guys that went. But it was like we went to like a 4-H like summer camp for a week, and it was fun. Honestly, it was very fun. I still have very great memories from it, and like I wasn't really that kind of kid that like got really homesick, except for one night. There was one instance that I was like separated from the rest of the group. I'm just like, fuck. I know I'm going home tomorrow, but I just all of a sudden got really homesick. I'm like, oh shit, dog. And it was the funnest night apparently because like it was like a scavenger hunt, and I just lost sight of my entire bunk like room, and I'm like, fuck. What do I do? On the shirts. Oh yeah, because this is a sleeping shirt. Okay, that's fine. Hell, I could tear the shirt up. That would be funny. I don't know if I actually could. Maybe. Oh, that would be insane. Maybe. Nope. I'd have to get like a very good grip on this. No, I don't think I'm gonna rip my shirt. That'd be crazy though. I'd probably do it from this like hole or whatever. Do it from that. I just don't want to do it. Especially live art like that. Maybe though. But no, I'm trying to remember like some of the things from that. But I didn't get really homesick until that very like last night. For some reason I just did. And like, yeah, I don't know. And it was weird too. So when I got back home, and I'll get back to stories about like when I went to summer camp, but like when I went back home, we went up because my sister was doing some like theater thing. I can't remember what it was for. Like a theater camp. And it was like a very bad storm that afternoon and night. Like in that area. Not where my summer camp was, where her summer camp was. So we were like, fuck, we gotta get out of here once it ended. It was terrible. And I just remember looking at, what year was it? It must have been 2008, 2009. Or was it 2010? Hold on. It was a decision year. I do remember that. It was a decision year. It would have been the first time they really did it. I think. Ooh. Yeah, I think. No, wait. No, because I would have been in 5th. So probably was a second time. I think it was a second time. Typhoon. Yes, because I was. Yes, I think it was that year. Typhoon, Whiteout, and Distortion. Distortion was just basically Mountain Dew. Nobody liked that one. Like, let's be honest. If you like Distortion, what were you doing? Whiteout was interesting because it was more lime or like, lemon tart flavor. But Typhoon was the best of the 3, in my opinion. And it still exists, but it doesn't, but it does. It's very weird. I think it still is happening it still is around in Canada to some extent. I'm not entirely sure. I don't really know. See, like, what's it? What's the term? What was the flavor? It was called damn it, I'm forgetting. Pitch Black was in 7-Eleven or something like that, but they also have their own dedicated flavor, which I don't see either of them at 7-Eleven or Circle K or whatever. Not Circle K. Circle K has its own thing, Purple Thunder, which I think is only at the fountain now. I haven't checked in a while, but I know that it still exists, and it's probably honestly one of the best exclusive gas station flavors. Although I've just heard recently that Casey's has basically blackberry citrus, which is a backdoor way of just saying pitch black. Like a very backdoor way of saying that. It's like, okay, so you have that. So next week we will have like 2 technically, because at Walmart allegedly, and I'm gonna go out and check today, they're doing like a red, white, and blue like 12-pack, where red is code red, blue is voltage, and white, would you believe it, is whiteout. And it's very weird and interesting. And I won't even talk about that whatever. That's for the actual review that we will do on here next week. But yeah. But bringing it back to like that team, like I remember it was like very strong bad, and I was holding like looking down at my thing, I was holding like a typhoon. I'm like, oh fuck. But yeah, summer camp was interesting because I think the one core memory I have about my like house or like bunk room is that our, I don't want to say counselor or bunk master or whatever, brought their speaker in. So we were listening to music constantly. It was just like, it was like the modern music, and it was a very good playlist too. But there was this one night, what fucking song was it? Oh, I gotta remember. Ah, it's not, damn it. It was a very good one. It was so inappropriate. It was an Eminem song, I'm pretty sure. Fuck, now I gotta remember the song. It was like, hold on, I gotta look it up. It was like, I'm blanking on the song. It was like someone's balls or something like that. Like, and everyone was sitting in the dark. It was like past curfew. We were just sitting in the dark, and all of a sudden, what was the song? God damn it. Man, I'm gonna lose my thought process. It was an Eminem song, I think. I could have sworn it was. Hold on, 2000, like 2010s, like early 2010s. I want to say, because like that California Girl, I think was already out by then. I want to believe, but I could be completely wrong. No, I think it was. But what was the fucking song? God damn it. Anyway. Gosh. It's like on the tip of my tongue. I know what it is, but I can't remember the song. It was so like... it's like, it's literally right there. I know it, and I can't remember it. No, like, I'm trying to, like, I just feel it. I know it. If I heard it, I can tell you what it is. Oh, man, it sucks really bad. So we're just sitting there in the, like, pitch black in the dark, and just out of nowhere, we just hear this funny song where I'll just start cackling, like, it's so hilarious. And it was like, it was very inappropriate, but it was like hilarious. Gosh, I just remember I can't remember what it is. It's like along the lines, can I pop my bone in your jaw? Something like that, but it wasn't it. It wasn't that. Gosh. It's annoying. Fuck. And it, might have been a Rucka Rucka Ali song. It might have been a Rucka Rucka Ali song. You know what? It probably was. Like one of the old ones from back when. Jesus Christ, he still makes shit today? He put out what the fuck? That's gotta be a re-upload. It's like a parody of Stan by Eminem, but it's Kim. It's like that's definitely like not really anything to this day and age. That's got to be something that's like way back in the day. Oh, and there's like AI and shit like that. Great. Man, he just fell off a little bit. Hold on. It's like gosh, like I really wish I knew the song, because it was like it had to have been something by him. Also the it's a Minnesota thing to debate about duck duck gray duck or duck duck goose. I think it's a tough one. I would say it's stupid that it's duck duck gray duck, because that just doesn't work. However, duck duck goose is faster, because you know goose and you're like, oh shit, go. But gray duck is just like, the only way to be subtle about duck duck gray duck is say different colors and just descriptors for ducks, and then just like hope that the person that you're saying or talking to doesn't acknowledge what you say at all. It's very complicated in that sense. I think duck duck goose, if you're just doing it straight, but like duck duck gray duck if you're doing like with adjectives and stuff like that to make it more like that. I don't know. I can't find it, and it's gonna piss me off. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I just don't remember. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I just don't remember. Oh well. No, I know what the song was too. I don't know why I'm so like hyper focused on it, but it's just like it's like it's like right on the tip of my tongue, and I know what it is, but I don't know it. Oh, okay. But like another, I don't really go out on the lake too much. It was kind of hot when we were there. Not gonna lie. And I know one of my other like people that was in bunk roommates and in that in the cabin mates. He was like one of the like another wrestler. We only kind of mentioned it, but like we didn't really talk about wrestling or do a whole lot of it either. I think he was in a different weight class and age and stuff like that. So like, and plus like area and divisions and stuff like that. So we never really talked about it. But I think we knew that we were wrestlers or something like that. I just don't remember. Yeah. Man, you know what? I could talk about another wrestling story, but I'll do that after the break. Yeah, it was weird too, because like even the friends that he came with, I hardly saw them. The people that I came with didn't see him once. Like hardly. It was weird because it wasn't that big of a camp. But I just did not see them at all. Until like very rarely did I ever see them. Maybe like breakfast or lunch or something, or dinner, maybe. But like I just never ever saw them. Huh. Which actually kind of reminds me that I do need to get in contact with more and stuff like that. But like, man, I don't know. But you know what? That actually kind of leads into magic stuff. So fuck it. We're just gonna go into cards. I feel like it. So we got 3 packs. We're getting kind of close on how many packs we have. Oh my gosh. I am like getting very low on packs. But we still have 3. And we still have 3 more after this in this box. So that's all good. I don't know if my luck is spent on this one. I feel like I have some pulls left to come out, but like I just don't know. I feel so fucking uncomfortable, man. I don't know. All right, we're gonna change this up like that. All right, and something about the way that these are packaged. These are not easy to open. I don't like the stupid fucking tab too. Oh, it helps with the pack. Okay, so now I got this whole pack. I got a stupid thing here. Like, just make it easier. And now the pack won't like seal up right. I'll like have cards exposed. Like that's not proper. God, I've been saying that for years, but it's just like. Oh, there you go. I got that one to work. And the first one would work too, but like I don't know why the middle one didn't want to play. Okay. Pack 1. We're going with the blue. Oh, I'm super uncomfortable right now. We got Sundering Archaic, Fractal Tender, Garrison Excavator. This guy. We got Nita. Kind of sucks. We got Pick Your Poison. That actually looks like a cool art, though. I do like that. Banishing Betrayal and a Forest. Oh my god, I did arms today. Oh my god, that's why. That probably helps it. There is probably a little bit of it. Maybe. We got pack 2, summon something. Stress Stream. End of the Hunt. Ooh, oh shit! We got a Murmuring Mystic. It's a 3 and a blue. This is the special guest card. It's a human wizard. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, create a 1/1 blue bird illusion creature token with flying. It's not amazing, but pretty cool. Yeah. Better Triumph. Mindful, Biomancer, and Paradox Gardens. It's still pretty cool though. Even for a special guest, like pretty good art. I like it, actually. But kind of an effect, I guess. I don't know. We got Scathing Shadelock, Sky Coach Wayport, Inkscape Demonstrator, Pox Plague, and we got Molten Core Maestro. Yeah. Oh, Feed the Swarm. I do like Feed the Swarm. And then Charging Strike Knife, and a Spectacle Summon. Okay. I think we still have, we still have something in there. I believe it. So I don't think the luck is not the luck. The luck has not run out on the box, and I thought it honestly would have. To be frank. Oh my god! So again, this. Oh yeah. Speaking of like being uncomfortable and stuff like that, so. And like I talked about wrestling, stuff like that. So one of the camps I would do during the summer, it was in like late elementary, middle school, or something like that. There was this like, it depends how long it was actually. Kind of like a week long, Monday through Friday kind of week or something like that. Very intensive. Wrestling camp where like you get in very early in the morning, you wouldn't leave till like 5 o'clock in the afternoon. It was like nuts. You got like maybe an hour for lunch. It was, for a kid and stuff like that, it was fucking hell. The rest of the time you were drilling, practicing, just doing wrestling things, and it was insane. I think I was the only one from like my team that would do that, and a couple times we brought people like from the team or whatever, and only one of them really fucked with it. The other guy threw up on like the first day. It's insane. I think he did stick through it, but he like on the first day he just like he couldn't handle it. It was rough. It was very rough. Because like basically you get into a groove. It's more about like the getting in that muscle memory and getting in the reps to do it. Like when you're practicing for wrestling and stuff like that, it's you and your partner or whoever you practice with. Getting as many, you want to give a little bit of resistance, but you want to give it so that they can actually do the moves or give them the opportunity to do the move, but also not like make it a pain in the ass. You want to be able to just like set it up, get the like not have to really. You want to work for it, but not like work for it. Like, oh, the guy's trying to dodge you, and no. You want to be able to just like do the move. Be more like kind of a heavier weight, but not like resist incredibly. But you get into a perfect state where it's like you're just doing rep. And there were a couple times where like, or even after you got in, like, it depends how. Depending, sometimes the main instructor would just like show off like, hey, here's some good flow or a good reps, something like that, to show like how you should be practicing and stuff like that. It was really good. And the way from those camps, I got my main way of doing stuff on top, for wrestling. And I was the only one that did that on my team. Again, another thing that I didn't do that the rest of my team did. It was more about, it was leg riding. So when I was on top, I would just like basically like cross my legs more essentially around their legs or their body or something like that. So basically it was hard, more or less kind of riding a bucking bronco, but like I had more control. So what you would eventually do is tire them out and then get something like a half Nelson or a cradle when they're like too tired, and then that's how you pin them. It isn't really, you can do stuff from there as well. You can do like a bow and arrow that puts a lot of pain in their back and stuff like that, but it's really hard to pull those off properly and to still maintain the control of that, of the leg ride in that position. But it's it was such a good method, and it works so well, and especially for someone that I was like, compared to a bunch of my opponents in my weight class, I was like one of the tallest ones, so it came easy for me to do that, just because it was out of necessity, and that's what it could do. And yeah, now though, which is funny, everyone on the damn team does it. It's like, are you joking? Just like retrospect, and whenever I see the coach, not really the coach that was like the main coach, but one of the coaches that was like kind of part of the group, but I don't know if he really fully understand what I was doing, but he did. It's kind of weird. I don't know. Whenever I see him, I'm just like, should got them all doing that in my stuff now. And progenitor or something like that. See, they're out there putting their legs in. Where did that come from? Who would have done that first here? Because I know nobody did that technique before me at my school. I know that. Like, nobody did it. And it was kind of a newer technique anyways, but or something to that effect. But it was just like, nobody did that except for me. And then now it's like everyone's doing it. It's like, interesting. But no, I just remember putting in a lot of time and effort at those camps. Like, there were, like, the first night, I remember the first night of, like, the first time that I did the camp, I was so sore, I could barely move. Like, I was in immense pain. I was just like, I can move, but I can't, like, I can move, but I can't move. And I remember I was at my grandparents' house because it was, like, north of the cities. And they're just like, are you okay? And he's like, yeah, it just really hurts and I can't move. But then the rest of that one, it was totally fine. And then, like, other times after that, it was like, first night was rough, but then after that, it was all fine. But that ironically enough, I don't think that was the sweatiest I got at a wrestling camp. There was one time, actually, I think the sweatiest I got at a wrestling camp. Actually, no, there was one in Apple Valley, the wrestling room up there. I'm canceling that one out because I'm not counting that one. That place is like, their wrestling room is like built to be a sauna, or built to be like a pressure cooker. It is really good. It's like very humid and stuffy up there. It's nuts. And I think this other than that one, I think other than being in there, I think the sweatiest I've ever gotten at a wrestling like camp was one of the camps in the area. They would always bring, and I don't know if they still do, but they always bring like prominent college wrestlers, like from all around. Like, you get people from Iowa, like I feel like you got some from Purdue, like the U of M's, like, yeah, Wisconsin, like Iowa Hawkeyes, like some pretty good wrestlers. And I remember one time, the guy that was leading it, he was very special in that he was able to just get a double, like if he got a double legs in, able to get an opportunity to get a double legs, which is where you're both up and then you shoot for both legs. If he went down, you're fucked. You're screwed. You're going down. He basically developed a technique called the blast double, and he was strong enough and fast and had enough momentum that he could just get a double leg super duper easy. And it was very hard for a lot of people to counter it. I just remember like watching it when he did it, and it was just like he was taking out a heavyweight, and he was not even that close to that, and he just like turning into a sack of potatoes. It was like insane. What was funny about that one too, we were doing a practice. We were drilling. I can't remember what. Actually, I don't think it was a drill. I think it was like sort of live wrestling, but like situation stuff. Like, you were doing the moves, but you were also trying to like give a lot more. The opponent was fighting back more. It's more about getting someone to the ground and stuff like that. You were still wrestling, but it's like kind of more unscripted and more restrained. I don't know. And we went down. Actually, yeah, I mean, we were practicing. Never mind. It was a practice. We were just drilling a move. We from both up. I think it was like I might have been a double legs. I don't really know. And next to us was or would have been the two heavyweights for the U of M and I think another place. And well, that were going to be future, like a couple years from then. And where do you think they landed? I'll give you a hint. Some of the reason that this episode is like off can be explained with something. Yeah, they landed on my head. Both of them. So imagine heavyweight, 280 is about the heavyweight, whatever. Or 260, 280. I think it's 265. 265, I think, is heavyweight. But imagine that, so 500-600 pounds falling on your head. It's incredible I didn't get a concussion. Actually incredible I didn't get a concussion. And even the coach was like, the guy that was running it, or the guest coach that was running it, was just like, oh shit. We're just like panicking a little bit. It's like, oh, what do we do? What do we do? I was dizzy because like I had two massive guys like boing on my head. But I was just like, ugh. It's like I was honestly amazed that I didn't get a concussion that day. But I did get a concussion sitting in the back of a car, just lying down on the padded seats, like buckled in, everything. Someone just gave a love tap to our car, got a concussion. Like, what? But two massive 250 some ish plus pound guys falling on my head. Yeah, it's all right. But yeah. And then for when we did live wrestling, or like drilling in live wrestling, like intense drilling into live wrestling, we got incredibly sweaty. And there's pictures. I don't know if I have it up. I think I do. But we were just like drenched in sweat. And there's a picture of me and the coach, who at the time was not a U.S. Olympian. He would then go to become a U.S. Olympian, and his name is Jordan Burroughs. So before he became it was like 2011, and he was like training to go to the Olympics or something like that, because like he was already going. Either that, or it could have been 2012 when it was right before. And yeah, it was something to be like, hey, he coached me. But the photo that we have together, I think it was me, my dad, and him, and maybe some other guy, I can't remember, or just me and him. Like, you can see on my shirt, it's a white shirt, it's just drenched. Like, you can basically see through it. It's like, that's how sweaty I was. But there's like blood on it from I don't know what. Like, nothing on me was bleeding. I don't remember, like, whatever. There's just blood on my shirt. I don't know where it came from. It was a lot. It was crazy. And I think that's the sweatiest I've ever got at a wrestling practice, a wrestling camp. It was just like, oh my God. Well, at least. Yeah. And that was a fun one though. Yeah. No, just like how incredible, like how fast and how strong he was with it too. Like, even in like, he was more of a like folk style, traditional kind of wrestling guy, but he went to like freestyle wrestling with that, and he just tore it up. I mean, he won that year, or in 2012. I can't remember how he did in 2016. I think after that he was kind of done because, like, as you get older, obviously you get slower, and I think people were able to catch on to the technique, and they're just faster people and strong, just faster guys that he was going against, and it's like it's hard to react, that we're able to react to his stuff. And yeah, it happens. But I think they really, but even those, like, I didn't really leave home. I think the only other time that I think the only other time I was away from home during, like, elementary, whatever, to high school, like away from home and parents, stuff like that. In 6th grade, we did a thing to this wilderness thing. I don't even know what it's called again. It's another one of those on the tip of my tongue. It's like a wilderness retreat, more or less. And for like a week, you're out there, and we're like going out in the snow. There's like a zip line thing, or like like not a zip line, yeah, not what's it called, a course like that. We did like a late night walk out in the woods, which is so cool to look up at the stars and stuff like that. Made a lemonade out of like tree bark and stuff like that, which, like, whatever, start a fire, things like that. It was fun. I think one memory that I have is like one of the like camp song was like da moose, swimming in the water. Cause someone, I think one of the counselors or whatever from the place was like, went to Jamaica, or like there was a story, or I don't fucking know, they made it up, or they probably made it up, but it's like a moose in Jamaica. So it's like da moose, swimming in the water, drinking his supper, man. Where did he go? I don't fucking remember. It's something like that. Some moose in Jamaica. I don't fucking know. But did you know that one of the only predators of a moose is an orca? True fact. Natural predator of the moose is a killer whale. You learn something. Yeah, those were fun. But I remember, like, we were like kind of in more dorms, and it was me, one of my friends from 4-H. It's more kind of like friends that I kind of knew, and I remember one of them. I think, oh, what was it? I know one of his parents died. I don't know if it was like before or after. I think it was before. Wait, I can't remember. I think it was after. But like he was very homesick. I remember that. And it was like, it really sucked. It was just like, man, I totally get it. Being away from home, especially at a young age, and you're not acclimated to that, yikes, it is tough. It's very tough. Yeah. But like when I was a kid too, like even when we were living in Arizona, and this is kind of like, I don't know, whatever. But when we were done with school, since we were so close to home, we had to walk or bike or whatever the hell to get home. And my parents didn't get home till like 6 o'clock, maybe. It really depends on the day. But they were usually never home till like way later. And I remember, especially in like second grade, coming home at like 4 p.m., turning on Cartoon Network. I can't remember what the exact block was, and watching Pokemon. Oh my gosh. That was so great. That was so awesome. Or it might have been first grade too. I think it might have been first grade as well. But I just remember coming home. It was that block. I don't remember what the block was. They put Pokemon on, just like, so good. And it was like the Hoenn region. Oh my god. When I first got really in, it was like Battle Frontier. It was mainly Battle Frontier because that was like the last part of it. And then I think they started doing Diamond and Pearl, but they really didn't. I remember that was like later on where we were living in Arizona. Like I do remember that part. Remember when it like really started and aired very well. And like, man, I tell you, back in those times when Diamond and Pearl really came out, it was something else. It really was. Just like the vibe of it. I don't know. It was just like, And that's like why it's one of my favorite generations of Pokemon. It is because it's just like there's just some form of nostalgia to it, and just like, oh, how fresh it was, and like how much power there was, and et cetera, et cetera. Just like, oh, there was a lot of like, oh, things like you can break and check and do and whatever. It was just so fun. And like, even like the smell of the Pokemon cards of that generation, like at the time, I feel like there was just like something else to them. It was so cool. So cool. But yeah, I should probably get to the end of the episode here. I'm not really done yet, am I? I can end it a little bit. I just feel very uncomfortable. Like this whole time, I'm just like, this hurts. Like I'm gonna probably like take a minute or something to like decompress or something. It sucks. But you've been listening, watching to Midnight Ramen with Mike. I hope you all had a good time. If you want to watch this happen live, you can go to twitch.tv/Meltaluric Original. Well, not only you can watch this happen live, you can interact in the chat. Yeah, I'm pointing to the right side. You can interact in the chat, or whatever, wherever, depending on what view or way you're watching it. Chat. Change how the show goes sometimes. Watch the after show when it's on, and once it's gone, it's gone. After that 2 weeks of, whatever. Man. I just had to like centralize, like, man, how long have I been doing this show? I don't know. But after the 2 weeks is gone, you go to YouTube and on Spotify, where you can listen to every single episode from there, except for Spotify 100 and up. I do have an idea for episode 200, kind of. It is something a little special, but I've been thinking in the back of my mind, I have something that I kind of want to do or introduce once I get to that. But we'll see. We're actually at 190. So 10 away. Or now 9. Yes. No, 10. Including this one. 9? I don't know. I don't know if I don't know. Because if we're including 9 more episodes, wait, no. It still would be 10. Because you would do the 9, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, and then the 10th episode is that one. 10 episodes away from episode 200, which is kind of crazy. I've been doing this for how long? Insane. Like, I really haven't missed. I haven't missed. Think about it. Thank you to Greens for the use of their song Used to It off the album Call. They are doing another concert this Friday. I forget where it is, and I forget it off the bat. I know they're doing another concert. Pretty soon. Wait, no, it's not this Friday. I think it's like the 20th. I may be wrong. Excuse me. I have to find it, actually. Give me a minute. But yeah, I just lost it. Oh, come on. I just want to watch. Yeah, I can't find it. Anyway. Wait, what the fuck? I need to check some magic card stuff I just looked at. Ow. Ow, my lip. Anyway. Thank you to Greens for their song You Said Out in the Gun, you already know. And thank you guys for listening, watching, doing, you doing all that other stuff. As I look at the time right now, it's not minute here anymore, but it is minute somewhere else. So until it becomes minute here once again, I will see you later. But until then, bye-bye.
Yeah, we're just when I needed you. I see from a different view. Oh, baby, now don't be scared, but don't get used to it. Yeah, when I told her I can't let go, when I told her I can't say no. Oh, baby, well, I was scared, but now I'm used to it. I was scared, but now I'm used to it.